Okay, video of some of the scrapes and bumps and bruises that are in this old van. You can see some of where I polished out a bit. I tried to do the back because I wanted to put the blue dots in the brake lights and the Macklin Ford on the back and things like that. I just wanted to clean up the back. Well, and before I put the chrome bumpers on too. Anyway, you can see the surface rust that's not through around the wheel wells. There's a dent under the slider. A couple of scrapes that are actually surface. She's got lots of bumps and bruises, but that's what kind of makes Clifford the van here pretty funky. So I've got the headlight rings. I was waiting to replace the little clips. They were brittle and broke off, so I got a bunch of those on eBay and put them in. Now I can put the headlight ring in. I don't have the front signals. I had found some LEDs replacement on Amazon that I was going to put in. Wiper arms are in the back. New rad is in there. I got from Don's Rad. So there's some dings. You know, it's definitely, I can see a bit of Bondo in here. This is the GPS antenna. Let's see, so the worst of all of it is right here and this length right here. But out of all of the area to have any cancer in it, this one is fairly easy to repair. You can get behind it, and then the rest of the well, there's no rust. Surface ding above the fuel cap, which if you get behind could probably come out. Somebody scraped down it. So yeah, dings, dents. I'll get it up on the hoist here shortly. What I'll do is I'll hop in it. I haven't fired it up. It's been 3 weeks since I brought it down from Brooks. 2-hour drive. It handled that really nice. The fuel gauge is the sender isn't working with that gauge. I think the sender's actually bad. The tank was out of my spare van, and once I took it to Don's Rad to clean out, he said it was like new inside. So I took Pour 15 and I painted it on that, put that new tank in. So fuel filters, fuel pump, and carb kit. Fuel system, I mean, the carb kit could be tinkered with. It's your, well, we'll start it here now. I typically give it if it's cold, I'll give it probably 2 pumps and hold it to the floor. And then it'll get a high idle, and then eventually the high idle will knock down like it's supposed to. So I think I've got it adjusted as best I can. The keys, I got a door kit, and then I took the cylinders out of all the other doors, and I repinned them so that they would open. They match the ignition cylinder. The ignition cylinder and key was brand new as well. So they do match that. It's very secure. All the windows are replaced. A few pop outs out of the spare one, which is nice to have your windows down and pop out on the side and the back. It's kind of nice. Anyway, let's fire it up. Neutral safety switch. I couldn't find another, so I took the original one apart plus the one out of the van. One of them, it was all broke up inside the plastic. I was able to put one together out of 2. If I put it in neutral, it'll start, and that's the only gear that it'll actually start, which I guess that's what it's there for. It doesn't fire up in park, but you know, if we can find a brand new one, then that'll cure that. It just plugs in and bolts on the tranny. Anyway, let's see if we can get it to start up here. couple pumps. It did bark. Yeah, it'll go. There. So it is a pretty good runner. The original mileage on it is 55,000 miles. It comes with the original dash. The new dash that I put in it, I just wanted to be able to see how fast I was going, RPM and things like that. I wanted a working fuel gauge as well, which I'll try and track down a sender, but it'll work with multiple senders. So the dash, just you program it. So anyway, digital printout, and since I got it started, let's see if we can get it to there. So since I put the dash in, 648 kilometers total. I reset it 638 for the trip meter. Yeah, battery, oil pressure, and the temperature. Temperature will come up, and then that's the hour meter. So doors function really well. Like I say, they're keyed to lock and unlock, so it's pretty secure. The floor had rubber belting down, and then of course in the belting out of the factory was kind of a horsehair. I mean, a replacement nowadays would be a thin strip of a plywood in each, but Ford had, you can still see some of the material here. So it looks bad in the video. This is surface rust. I haven't seen any through here. So I planned on taking the wire wheel over it all, and then recaulking around the wheel wells where the body attaches on the sides, recaulking that as well. The slider works really well. Doors seem to open and close really well. So that works pretty good. This seat isn't bolted down. I wanted to leave that. This is out of a little bit newer E150, and I wanted to leave that up to the new owner if they wanted to bolt it down, do seat belts or whatever. The actual seat, from Ford, it folds up, tucks away, and that gives you all the exact space you need. Wood, plywood, sticks of wood, drywall, whatever you need to put in here. So the ceiling should be redone. The front interior light does work. Headlights, turn signals, the paneling you'll probably want to take out and redo paneling. Yeah, I don't know. Any questions? You'd come take a peek. Whatever you think, give me a call and come and look at it in person. I'll put it up on the hoist here too, take another video from underneath. Okay, rad, new Don's radiator, alternator belt, starter and alternator original, all hoses, thermostat outlet, that's all replaced. It does seem to sag down a little on one side, on the passenger side over the driver's. I would put a couple springs in it, coil springs. Canadian, they're $200, 100 US, they're 100, they're only 99 bucks US. Shocks, I haven't done. Tightened up the steering box, made a big difference. The biggest difference was the Pitman shaft. man, the old one was pounded out bad. So it is a half ton. All the ball joints, tie rod ends, greased up, and the alignment was done at CW alignment. The engine itself, you can see some grease, but mostly dirt. You can see that on the transmission. I put the deeper pan on it, added more fuel. There's the neutral safety switch that I took apart and built the 1 out of 2. The only thing that was not replaced on the brakes is the brake lines and that valve, proportioning valve. Everything else on the brakes is brand new. Wheel cylinders, shoes, spring kits. The back brakes, I've been trying to get it bled a bit better. It'd be nice if they would bleed a little bit better for the rear, but that's what I'm dealing with right now. Tank, there's the new tank. She's dusty, of course. Fuel sender would come out of the side there, and try and find another one that'll match with the 4 different ohms resistance that gauge will work with. The exhaust is all new from the tailpipe up to the Y pipe, and that's where they connected it. You can see on the floor, I guess, she's dirty, typical surface rust. I guess I'll go from the frame back. There is the bumper mounts, the fuel fill through the frame. Here's the frame all along. There's rear shocks have not been done. Frame. So there it is all the way to the steering box. And then on the passenger side, from the motor mounts, tranny mounts, these are very solid surface on there, and that's it. Where we at? There we are. Frame and floor. Drive shaft is new. I had that made at Dunlop. When I purchased it, they loaded it on a trailer and delivered it to me, and they used a forklift to put it on a trailer. So the passenger side, here's your passenger side body lower, and there is zero, you know, it's nice on that side, you know, wire brush and blowout. Now this is where they lifted it with the, you can see a little indentation of the forks. That is where that rust is from the other side that I showed, but I don't see any in the wheel wells, any of the 4 wheel wells. So